Attention, please.
This uploading is only for educational purpose.
No intention to infringe copyrights.
Learning English with subtitles GPITRAL.
Follow us.
And here is the host of Blockbusters, Bob Holness.
Hello and welcome to Blockbusters, the brand new general knowledge quiz game in which we give away an enormous number of prizes, not only to the contestants, but to the schools they represent as well. Now, if you were with us yesterday, you'll know we got to an amazingly crucial part of the game. It's what's known in Blockbusters as the gold run. Now, one particular contestant has to make a connection across that board, answering questions. The initial letters are in those boxes to the answer. Like that, it can be done simply, or it can be done in a complicated way like that. That's just an example. Now, that seems relatively simple. I ask the questions, and those initial letters contain the answers. But that move, that connection across the board, gold to gold, has to be done in 60 seconds. So, Ruth, this time, I must put you on the hot spot. Well, an important part of this game, as you well know, Ruth, I have to recap on the conditions. You have to make that connection, gold to gold, in 60 seconds across the board by answering the questions correctly. If you don't make the connection, you get £10 for every correct answer. And we time that move, that 60 seconds, from the moment you give me the initial letters you wish to start with on the left-hand side of the board. No.
BW.
BW, Captain at Adelaide at end of 1982.
Pass. BM.
A police van for transporting prisoners.
Pass. NP.
An excessively inquisitive person.
Nosy Parker.
Correct.
DID.
Longest running BBC record programme.
Pass. PS.
What rubies, emeralds and diamonds are.
Precious stones.
Correct.
TLS.
What fractures the camel's vertebral column.
The Last Straw.
Correct.
BD.
Surely the world's most famous Viennese waltz.
Blue Danube.
Correct.
RCS.
Looking through them makes everything seem good.
Pass. PF.
Not much money, but a forerunner of the bicycle.
Penny farthing.
Correct.
RD.
Largest wild mammal in Britain.
Pass. KLL.
Isn't that sad? Your time ran out just on that very last question. You won for yourself, Ruth, £40, £50. You've got one at the top. £50 in all because of that gold run. But I will now tell you what you missed out on. And there were quite a number, weren't there? So, we start with the left-hand column, and you went for BW, Captain at Adelaide, at the end of 1982, was Bob Willis. The next question, BM, a police van for transporting prisoners, Black Maria. The longest-running BBC record programme is Desert Island Discs. Yes, now you know, don't you? And looking through them makes everything seem good is rose-coloured spectacles. There was one other, RD, which was the one right at the end, largest wild mammal in Britain. Would you have known it?
I don't know.
Red deer.
Yes.
Ah, well, never mind. Congratulations, you scored for yourself £50, and if you'll take your seat, we'll do another round of Blockbusters. Well, now, before we introduce you to the new contestant, and there has to be after every gold run, let me just show you the original Blockbusters board and tell you exactly how the game works. The board, as you can see, is made up of a series of compartments, or units as we call them, each one of which contains a letter. Now, they're very important to those letters because they are the initial letters to the questions, the answers of the questions I'll be asking right throughout the game. The game is unique, as you've probably realized by now, in that the teams appear to be slightly odd. In fact, what happens is that one person plays two to test the old adage, 2 heads are better than 1. Well, we've seen 2 of the heads already. Let's see the third as we play another game of Blockbusters. Melanie, welcome to the programme.
Thank you.
Those who were with us yesterday know all about Verity and Ruth's likes, dislikes in school. Let us just recap on that in a moment. First of all, what's your school?
Hindmarch Comprehensive in Chelmsford.
In Chelmsford. I see. And can you tell us, Verity and Ruth, again for those who weren't with us, what school you go to?
Felixstowe College.
That's right. And very quickly, the interests again.
Sailing, walking and art appreciation.
That's right. And you, Ruth?
Music and sport.
OK, well, that's it. The board is ready, the lights are flashing, so let's, shall we, play Blockbusters. Well, I must tell you, particularly as Melanie's new contestant, that you can answer any question any of the time. The questions are meant for everybody, and you get a choice after the first one, which is flashing now as a T, and it means we start with this question. What T is the apple-shaped island to the south of Australia? That's Ruth.
Tasmania.
Tasmania's correct. Well done. Your choice, Ruth.
B, please.
B? Here it is. What B is a long version of a pillow? Yes, that's Ruth again.
Bolster.
Bolster's right. Well done. Go for another.
W, please.
Why not? W? What W is a hole in the Mendips? Oh, just too late, Melanie. Would you have known? Wookie?
No.
Ah, it's a famous beauty spot in the Mendips. Well, we go for W again, open to all. What W is the name given to the French-speaking people of southern... And that's Ruth again.
Sorry.
You've lost it. Well, the whole question goes, of course, to you, Melanie. What W is the name given to the French-speaking people of southern Belgium?
Walloons.
Walloons is right. Well done. A good start. What you've done there is what your aim should have been, to block their journey across the board, but now you have to try to get from top to bottom yourself.
J, please.
J, you want? OK. Here it is. What J is a 5-gallon can for petrol?
Jar.
Not a... You should press the button. Not a jar. In fact, I have to give it to them now. What J is a 5-gallon can for petrol? And you have to put the hand up, the one of you that knows, if you do know. You don't. It's a jerry can. It's an old-fashioned term, but it's a jerry can nonetheless. Another J. What J was the beloved disciple? Yes, Ruth.
John.
John is right. Well done. Well, now you can see the way the game works. The girls, the pair of them, are trying to make their way across the board. And, of course, it's Melanie who's trying to make her way down. And they're getting quite a way across. 3 units already filled. And which one's the next one going to be?
S, please.
S. Right. What S goes before beam, spot, and set? Verity.
Sun.
Sun is right. Yes. Sunbeam, sunspot, and sunset. And it gives you that flashing light, which means there's 1 to go. That's if Melody doesn't block it. Which one is it going to be?
H, please.
H? Right. What H were Lee the writer, Holman the painter, and that's Melanie.
Harvey.
Sorry?
Harvey.
Not Harvey, I'm afraid. I'll have to give the complete question to Verity and Ruth. What H were Lee the writer, Holman the painter, and John the mountaineer?
Hunts.
Hunts, right. Absolutely right. And that's the connection. Well, that's tremendous. I must fill you in on the actual financial side of things, because we haven't really mentioned that. Whereas in the gold run, each combination of letters is worth £10. In this particular part of the game, the normal part of the game, the letter is worth £5. Now, Verity and Ruth have amassed, since we started yesterday, £195, as well as winning a 12-inch portable television set and radio cassette. That came in one of the gold runs. Melanie is, in fact, £5 to the good at the moment. So we're going into game 2 of the set of 3. They are best of 3, of course, and this is the game with S flashing, and this is the way we start. Here we go. What S is the dog that tries to shoot down the Red Baron? Yes, Ruth.
Snoopy.
Snoopy's right. Well done. Good start. OK?
P, please.
P. Ah, something we haven't come up against yet. Let me tell you that that particular sound is very important indeed, because the contestant that answers this question also wins a prize, and a pretty good prize. It's a blockbuster bonus for the school. So, girls, concentrate on this. Here we go. What P is a love potion? The answer is filter, P-H-I-L-T-R-E. We'll go for another P. The prize still holds. What P was a Swiss educationalist and the name of a children's village? Pestalozzi was the answer to that one. The third P in a row. What P was the title of a king of ancient Egypt? Yes, Verity.
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh is right. Well done. Well, that not only gets you that particular unit and gives you the choice for the letter, but it also wins a prize for your school. Let's see what it's going to be.
Verity's won for her school a video recorder.
You're going to be pretty welcome back at the school when you go back, aren't you? Yes? Are you going to ask them whether you can borrow any of these prizes? Yes, you are. I thought that was in the offing. Well, now, Melanie, you realise you've actually got to win this next one to stay in the game, don't you?
Yes.
But we'll see how it goes. So we're going into this particular one as we ask you to pick the next letter, please.
A, please.
Verity picks A. And the question is, what A can be right, obtuse, or reflex? Verity.
Angle.
Angle is right. Well done. Precariously close. What next?
R, please.
R, certainly. What R is the order of mammals that includes rats, mice, and squirrels? Melanie.
Rodents.
Rodents is right. Well blocked. Shouldn't be partial, but I'm glad you're on the way. Now, where are you going to go next?
L, please.
L. What L was a saint at 9, a sun king at 14, and executed at 16? No, it's a tricky one, this. Louis is the answer. 3 different kings of France. Sorry about that. We'll take another L, shall we? What L was the party of the Red Rose during the War of the Roses? And that's Ruth.
Lancaster.
Lancaster is right. Well done. Well, now, once again, that flashing light means you're almost making that connection. If it's not blocked by Melanie, which one are you going to pick?
B, please.
B it'll be, and this could do it for you. What B is the professional played by Lewis Collins? It's Ruth again.
Bodie.
Bodie is right, and that's blockbuster. Well, there we are. Another splendid game by the girls. They seem to be unbeatable. We shall see. What it does mean, of course, is that we've got to say goodbye already to Melanie, who seems only to have joined us a few moments ago. So, Melanie, thank you very much for being with us. You take with you £10, as well as a Blockbuster leather-bound dictionary, and, of course, a Blockbuster set. Many, many thanks.
Thanks very much.
Let me just say that we'll be doing a goal run in a few moments' time. But we won't do it now because we've got something else on our minds. Be back.